In homeopathy, the repertory is not just a tool for practice, it is also a powerful instrument for clinical research and academic work. From the time of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann to modern era research, repertory has played a vital role in analyzing the cases systematically. But how exactly is repertory used in clinical studies and PhD dissertation? Let's understand this in a simple and practical way. Now we will see in clinical research, one of the biggest challenge is ensuring objectivity and reproducibility in remedy selection. This is where repertory becomes extremely useful. Repertory helps to convert the subjective patient symptoms into structured rubrics which can be analyzed scientifically. For example, in a clinical study on migraine, instead of prescribing based only on intuition, the physician selects rubrics like head, pain, throbbing, worse from light, better by rest. These rubrics are then repertorized using system developed by stalwarts like James Tyler Kent or Bonning-Hassan. This ensures that remedy selection follows a standardized method which is essential for the research. In dissertation work, repertory plays a role at multiple levels. First, in case documentation, each case is recorded with totality of symptoms and corresponding rubrics, making the study transparent and reproducible. Second, in data analysis, repertory charts help to compare the remedies across multiple cases. For instance, in a study on arthritis, repeated appearance of remedies like Rustox or Bryonia in repertorial analysis can indicate a pattern. Then third is in evaluation of results. Researchers can correlate repertorial findings with clinical outcomes, helping to validate the effectiveness of the remedies. Another important use is in comparative studies of the repertories. A dissertation may compare Kent's repertory with Bonning-Hassan's method in managing a particular disease, analyzing differences in remedy selection and outcome. Modern softwares has further enhanced this process. Digital repertories allow easy storage of cases, then quick repertorization, then statistical analysis of remedy frequency, then generation of charts and graphs. This makes the research more efficient and scientifically robust. We'll see the example. Imagine a PhD scholar conducting a study on eczema. Each patient's symptoms are repertorized and remedies are prescribed accordingly. After analyzing 50 cases, the researchers find that sulfur and graphitis frequently appears in the repertorial results and shows good clinical improvement. This not only supports clinical practice but also contributes to the evidence-based homeopathy. Now we'll see the concluding part. The repertory serves as a bridge between clinical practice and scientific research. It brings structure, objectivity, and reproducibility to homeopathic prescribing, qualifies essential for dissertation work and advanced studies. As homeopathy moves towards evidence-based practice, the role of repertory becomes even more important. So, for every researcher and PhD scholar, mastering repertory is not only optional, it is the foundation for meaningful and scientific homeopathic research. Thank you.